Can you explain the program for someone who is not licensed and just now coming into the business?
It's pretty simple. You have to have a state insurance license, but we can help you do that in a matter of a couple of weeks. But you would get with one of our leaders, and if you were to call the home office, and we would have someone reach back out. But we help you. We teach you what you've got to do. Once you get your license, you can go to work. You would be hired by a leader that would train you and work with you and make sure that you got off on the right foot and the right steps, because it's very important the very first week to teach that individual what it's going to take. What I used to do a lot of times, Eric, and this is a little bit off the question, is I'd like to take that new person out in the field with me. And today it would be, I would let that person listen to me on the telephone. And no matter where you lived at, whether it be California or Georgia, we could work 1 day or 2 days so you could see exactly what I'm doing. Because I want you to understand what it's going to take, and I want you to understand what the reward that you get by doing this. But it's pretty simple. The state license exam would be the hardest thing to begin with. You'd have to study pretty hard for a few days, but we'd help you, we'd hold your hand, and we have a program called Excel that we have our agents work with that can help them through that process. So from start to finish, if this is something that you wanted to do, you could be making money within easily 3 weeks, if not 2 weeks.
The next question is, how do you maintain your can-do attitude even when times get tough?
I look at myself and sometimes I do get down. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I don't. The can-do attitude is, if you quit, what happens? So really, what choice do you have? You can either go make it happen or you can be depressed. And just like I said, I'm human and I get down some, but the way that I get back going, it's the hardest time for me is just to get up in the morning and get going. Once I get that going, I'm fine. And for a salesman, the first sale that's made during the week, if you make one on Monday, within a few hours of work, man, you're so pumped up and fired up. That can-do attitude comes from making sales, or that can-do attitude becomes accomplishing something at the home office, no matter what your job is. So, can-do is you can't quit. If you quit, what happens? And that's what you have to realize. And, Zion motivates me even more. My situation being paralyzed, I'm blessed compared to people that have quads that can't move any limb whatsoever. So you've got to really dig deep inside sometimes, and you got to stop, and you can't let yourself go there. And you just got to be strong. And another way that you stay strong is the people that you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with good quality people that love you and you love them, you're not going to get down that much.
When you were in the field, what was your daily, weekly, monthly plans to become a 6-figure earner, 7-figure?
It really is no different whether you're in the field or on the phone. I can write on the back of a business card how to become a millionaire. And the first and most important thing is you've got to be on that telephone at 9 o'clock on Monday morning. Monday to me is the most important day of the week. And you've got to repeat that day after day after day. So you can't go from making $20,000 a year to $100,000 overnight, or $30,000 a year to $100,000 overnight. But you sit down and you figure, what does it take for me to get there? And you have to accomplish these different levels of income to give you the confidence to springboard you to the next level. And, I didn't dream about an insurance company right off the bat. I was dreaming about making $1,000 a week. And in 1989, $1,000 a week was pretty darn good. And I was only working 3 days a week back then. But as I saw the opportunity, I kept telling people that are around me, why don't we take it to the next level? The next level after your agent is becoming a leader and building an agency. And if you understand math, it's not hard to figure out how many leads has got to be worked, how many agents I've got to have, and how much my income is going to be if I do those things. And that's how I made $100,000 a year. That's how I made $500,000 a year. But it's really simple. You decide what you want and the amount of leads that it's going to take to get there. And then you decide how many agents you've got to have and how many leads it's got to be worked to get there. It's pretty simple.
What is the one thing that keeps you up at night concerning this business?
My buddy Lewis, I'm not sure where he's sitting at, we used to talk a lot at 3 and 4 in the morning. And I stay up because I'm so excited about where we're going. And, when I sit here and I think about what we've done, yes, I'm thankful for what we've accomplished, but we're nowhere near where we're going to be 5 years from now. And anybody that knows me real well, they know that I'm up a lot of times at nighttime, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to help individuals. I'm excited to see our employees and agents go down the same road that I went down. So it's just a great time to be at Senior Life. It's just a great time. This business is incredible. I'm living proof, and there's many people in this room that's living proof of what this business can do for you and your family. But again, if you don't put the work there, and work, as Zion said, means losses. You're going to have more no's than you do yeses. And you can't let those no's affect what your ending weekly goal is or your monthly goal. But losses is a part of life. And you can't let those losses bring you down. Zion said a lot of things that made me say, man, he's just like me. Besides insurance, I used to like racing. And I've lost so many times in racing, but every time I lost, it actually made me better because I went back and put more effort into preparation. And you've got to understand in life and in business, you're going to have a lot of losses. But those losses are springboards to get you to the next level. But if you let those losses tear you down, you let them control your thought processes, it's going to be hard to be successful in life. And I'll close in this. I tell my both daughters, but Sally now in college, is that, life is hard. This is not easy. We all have problems, whether it's marital, whether it's financial, spiritual. We all have problems in our life. And it's how we look at those problems and how we attack them, and we don't let them overcome us to tear us down. Because I assure you, being in Zion's boat or being in my boat is a whole lot harder than being in your boat. And you don't have nothing to complain about or cry about when you've got your health. And I just challenge you to take control of you. You're the secret to your success, and you got to be able to take control of you. And if you can take control of you and you do the preparation, which is the losses, and you stay after it day after day after day, you can take this opportunity to even my level and more.